$5 million in this company because this company was designed for you and you were designed for greatness and you are letting it go to waste if you don't believe it. So stop listening to yourself and do it.
I'm shaking right now. I can't keep my hands a little bit. I'm like, holy shit. Just say.
I'm a millionaire maker. We all need to lead with that. I preach to my team every day, all day long. But it's not about you. It's about them. It's about the people that are praying about an opportunity like this.
When you're frustrated in this business and life in general, get lost in the service of others. When you're sad, get lost in the service of others. When you're confused, get lost in the service of others. If you want to build a multi-million-dollar team and be up here one day, get lost in the service of others. The best is yet to come.
I want to bring out my frontline personally sponsored market partners that are here tonight. I want them to be up here with us because we can't do this without them. We have made great connections to this business. We're family. We're not market partners. We're a Monat family. And Louise said to me, you don't dream big enough. And he's taught us to dream bigger. They made our comp plan to build $1 million income earners a month. I don't know about you, but I'm going to be one of them by 2020.
Hello and thank you for coming to my channel. If you're new here, my name is G, and on my channel I like to create videos to expose the unethical tactics of multi-level marketing businesses. If you enjoy this kind of content or if you want to learn more about multi-level marketing schemes, go ahead and click that subscribe button. In today's episode, we will be discussing the MLM's $1 million scam. Many MLMs have their own version of the $1 Million Earner Club or the High Roller Club, but today we will specifically be digging into Monat. Monat recently had their convention where they inducted new members into their $1 Million Club. At the surface level, these conventions are an opportunity to acknowledge the average distributors who were able to rise in the ranks and earn that elusive $1 Million Earner title. But these conventions also have another function. In my opinion, these conventions with their flashing lights, their inspiring catchphrases and eye-catching videos are ways that the companies can keep the workforce focused on chasing the dream and not chasing the green. Average distributors who would have had to pay most, if not all of the cost to attend these conventions, see examples of so-called $1 million earners walking across the stage to happy, upbeat music and thunderous applause, and they're mesmerized. I think that since they have been heavily groomed and their thoughts have been reprogrammed in the image of toxic positivity, they truly believe that they themselves may achieve that success one day if they just work hard enough. Instead of thinking critically at the situation and realizing that the numbers just don't add up. Here's a clip from YouTuber James Johnny, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, James Johnny's excellent documentary about MLMs. In this clip, he does a really good job of explaining what the function of these conventions really is.
In every MLM company that I have seen, the vast majority of distributors will lose money, whilst others will break even or make minimum wage. It is the 0.1% of those at the top of the company that are making a substantial income. They're the ones that are praised and put up on stages at these events, so that a survivorship bias is spread amongst other distributors, so the dream and the hope is not lost, so that the other 90% of those in the crowd don't realize that most of them are not making money, that the dream they were sold is a lie.
After the Monat Million Dollar Convention, there was a plethora of Monat Huns taking to social media to share their thoughts and reactions about the event. Not only were they sharing how inspired they were, but they also go on in their videos to make claims about becoming a millionaire that just aren't true. This is extremely problematic for a few different reasons. First of all, The reps have to be so brainwashed to the point of delusion to actually believe it that they may one day reach that level of success themselves, or, on the other hand, they already know it's a scam, but yet they continue to perpetuate this false narrative. Second of all, by publishing these videos and making these claims about earning $1 million on social media, these representatives are engaging in manipulative recruitment tactics that some inexperienced, optimistic, or oblivious person might actually fall for and might actually believe. The pandemic and its aftermath has created so much economic hardship for so many families right now. People have lost everything, so it's understandable why some would fall for these claims and think that they are true. Today, we will be reacting to a video of Monat Han as she describes what it was like to be at this convention and why this is the perfect time to get involved in her business. Interesting side note here. In the video we're about to watch, she never specifically says, "The company that I work for is Monat." Before we react to today's clip, let's go ahead and start with some research. I got these facts from Tracy Conan, and I am going to go ahead and link her article and link James Johnny's YouTube video below in the description box so you can check them out yourself. $1 million earner doesn't mean that the rep earned $1 million in a year. This is cumulative earnings over a number of years, typically between 5 and 20 years. The $1 million is not cash income. This income includes the value of prizes that are received. The $1 million earnings are gross income prior to any business expenses, which means that it doesn't factor in all of the costs of running the business. The expenses can easily equal 40% to 60% of gross income. The most typical prizes received from multi-level marketing companies include trips, jewelry, and cars. You will be taxed on the value of those prizes, and the value assigned to those prizes is often well above what you would pay if you bought the trip or car on your own. Inflated values on prizes means you pay inflated taxes. Self-employment taxes are never mentioned with MLMs. With traditional employment, you pay about 7.65% of your wages in Social Security and Medicare taxes. When you are self-employed, you pay double, or about 15.3% in Social Security and Medicare taxes. When you are self-employed, there is no such thing as paid time off, such as vacation, sick leave, or other paid time off, or PTO. There is no company contribution to a retirement plan. There is no company-provided health insurance or disability insurance. You are on your own to cover all of those. With that research out of the way, let's react.
Hello everyone, happy Friday. I am alive and I'm back and I feel like I have so much things I want to talk about, and I was like talking on my story and I'm like, this is just going to be way too long for me to just keep rambling on stories, so I just thought I would go live. Hi Linda. I just wanted to talk because yesterday was a really special day for our company, and hi Connie. And so yesterday was just such a special day for our company because we were celebrating the new millionaires that were put into the $1 Million Dollar Club. So in our company, we actually have something called the $1 Million Dollar Club. And when you earn $1 million in our company, you get recognized with a jacket, a very special jacket, and they just recognize you for your hard work. And there's like a whole convention based off of that.
So, she gave a very vague description right there of what it takes to get into the $1 Million Dollar Club. She just said when you earn $1 million. But like we talked about, that doesn't mean that you earned that $1 million in just 1 year. It doesn't even mean that you earned $1 million. That could also be prizes that you earned, or trips, or other things.
There were so many new millionaires this year. I miss you too, Linda. I'm going to text you after this, but there were so many new millionaires that were in the $1 Million Club. It was just unreal. And it was just crazy for me because I'm hearing all of the people, they're saying their speeches right afterwards. And I love it because every single person is like, this accomplishment is not about me. Like, this accomplishment is not about me. Like, this is about my team and the growth that they've had. And I just love that this company is just all about like inclusivity and like being a part of a community and a group. And like when one person is successful, it's not just one person being successful. There's so many other successes that came along with that greater success. And so seeing these girls be in the $1 Million Club.
So let's talk about that for a second. When those $1 million earners get up there, what else are they going to say? I mean, it sounds nice how they phrased it, but literally they would not be on that stage if it were not for the people that are in their downlines. So I think she's taking a really optimistic view of this and seeing the fact that they mentioned their team and how this was some sort of cooperative effort as some sort of compliment, but really that's not. That's just the structure of the business. For the few to rise in the ranks, the many below them have to be putting in a lot of effort, a lot of time, and recruiting a lot of people below them.
And, and achieving such a high, to me, like, I'm still, even though I feel like I'm far enough along, like I still have so far to go before I'm there, and
MLMs, just like cults, also, they have a structure and they have certain levels that you need to get past. And the second that you feel like you're starting to get closer to that goal, what often happens is they might change the requirements or they may add new levels. So it's kind of like when you're running to finish a race, but then all of a sudden the finish line gets moved a little bit further away.
Seeing all of these people hit the $1 Million Club, I'm like, what company have I ever been a part of to where you really have the opportunity to become a millionaire?
You have the opportunity to become a millionaire. Not you will become a millionaire, but you have the opportunity. And another interesting tidbit that we learned here, she mentioned, what other company have I been a part of? And I think it's really interesting that MLMers, once someone has been in one MLM, it's pretty common that they start getting involved in other ones too. So based on that comment, I'm going to go ahead and just make an assumption that this isn't the first MLM that she has participated in. But for some reason, this one, she sees more potential for herself compared with other ones.
Hi, sis. We were just talking about this earlier. Like, what company have you ever been a part of where you could really, truly become a millionaire? And it's not very far-fetched. There's over, I think there's 56 millionaires in our company, and we've only been around since 2014. So, like, the possibilities with this company are truly endless.
Let's stop and do some math. Now, we're just going to go off of the numbers that she just mentioned. However, in one of my recent videos, this was the one where the Monat rep was trying to convince you to use your stimulus check on starting your own Monat business. She mentioned that there were 60 millionaires. This girl mentioned that there's 56. Okay, they're close enough. So we're just going to go ahead and take her numbers at face value. Now, the last time that I checked, Monat has about 500,000 distributors, which is 500,000. So what we're going to do is we're going to divide 56 divided by 500,000. So we can see what percentage of Monat distributors are actually reaching that $1 million earner status. 56 divided by 500,000 equals, wow, that's a really tiny number. 0.000112. That's not even 1%. Yikes.
And one of my Uplines actually is in the $5 million club. She was recognized for the $5 million club yesterday. And just seeing that and seeing Kat and Caitlin, like, and how they were shouting out Jacqueline because they're on their way to the $1 million club too. And seeing all of the success that's been happening, it's like everything that is, thank you. Simone,
That's the only time in this whole video that she mentions her company's name. Why do you think that is? Is it just me or is that kind of slimy? Let me know in the comments.
but everything that this company says that you can achieve, like, it's really possible. It's just a matter of, actually doing the work that it takes. And I think that the amazing part about it was, like, Jacqueline hit the $5 million club. She hit $1 million club last year. And now she's in the $5 million club. So she did 4 million in 1 year. And she's been in the company for 4 years. She earned $5 million in 4 years. And her investment was probably as small as anywhere from $200 to $800. But what is that compared to 5 million,
Well, most people are going to lose that $200 to $800. So they're going to be walking away from that situation with a negative. And it's also really interesting that her upline went from being a $1 million earner and then a year later a $5 million earner. Here's my thoughts on this. Once her upline reached that $1 million status, I feel like her popularity must have grown. Maybe her social media accounts got larger. She had lots more followers, lots more people who knew about her. So I think that because of all of that extra publicity, and this is just my opinion, it probably made it a lot easier for her upline to jump that much in sales. In my opinion, I don't think that's a normal sort of jump that an average person could expect to make. I think what an average person can expect is you're going to lose your investment of $200 to $800.
And so thinking about all of this, and then also seeing their, announcement speeches, and seeing Jacqueline saying, like, I'm not proud of being a millionaire. I'm proud of being a millionaire maker. And this 5 million that I've made has allowed me to bring other millionaires along with me. And now I have people on my team she's popping millionaires left and right. And so it really goes to show, when you believe in this business and you believe in the opportunity that it has, and you truly just run with it, and you're coachable and you're able to just follow the duplication.
If you've been here watching some of my videos, you will know that I get triggered every time I hear one of these Hunbots say the word coachable.
That, that has been set before us. We're being trained by people who have already, done it. And they're not like, oh, I'm at the top, I'm not going to share my secrets. Like, they are all very readily available and willing to help every single person who desires to have success in this business be successful.
So she just said they've already done it. And the implication there is, since they've already done it, you can too, no problem. But I want to give another analogy. Let's take medical school. Let's say that you go to medical school because you want to train to become a doctor. You're being trained by actual doctors, but does that mean that you are guaranteed to pass through all of your classes and pass all of your licensing exams and actually become a doctor? I don't think so. There's still a failure rate there. It doesn't matter if the person who's training you is a legit person who's done it before. Every individual and their circumstances is going to be different. So you can't apply the same formula to two people and expect it to work out the same way. I have a problem with that sort of generalization there. It's just not true.
And I think it's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be a part of a company that really believes in recognition. The $5 million club earners earned $250,000, and there was one girl, I don't remember her name because I didn't follow her prior to this, but there was one girl who paid for either a down payment or for the actual whole building for one of the churches with her $250,000 bonus. And it's like, these people are so genuine and so amazing. And I think that network marketing gets this bad rap, right? That like it's a scheme, it's a get rich quick scheme, and it's not. It takes hard work, it takes grit, it takes dedication, organization. Like there are so many things go along with this. And but like the people who are making it in this are just, they're such amazing people. And it's like, this is not a pyramid scheme. This is not like a get rich quick scheme or anything.
You can say that again.
Or anything like that. Like this is a true community of people who really believe in each other and are running towards their goals and their dreams and achieving it. And I have never felt so like more like I can achieve it too, because these people have. And
so that is where I am trying to connect it back to what I said in my little opening. These conventions, you have people who have reached that level of success. A company parades around a small fraction of people as an example of what you could achieve if you just work hard enough. And I think based on her video, in my opinion, it seems like she actually believes it. She thinks that she could be up there too. I don't know her specific circumstances. I don't know how close she is. By the fact that she has an upline who is in the $5 Million Club, in my opinion, she probably is already well connected, so that's an advantage for her. But what about all of the people who are not as well connected? Are they still ever going to have a chance at reaching that status? And these conventions, what they're really good at is selling you on the dream and keeping you just focused on the feelings and the community. And I believe I can do this. And it's great to believe you can do things. It's great to have grit and determination and hard work and perseverance. But you also have to be thinking analytically about where you're putting all of your time and energy into, and if you'll be getting a return on that. So I think it's interesting to hear about all of these warm and fuzzy feelings, but what I'm really interested in hearing is in the income. Tell me about how much money you've made so far. Tell me about the things that you can do now with this income.
I never felt like that in any other company that I've ever worked for. You know, I always felt like just a number and just like, oh, you know, I'm never going to get to the top. And it's, even if I did, like the income possibilities are nothing compared to what is available in this business.
The income possibilities, not the income, but the possibilities for income.
And so I just really wanted to share about that and talk about how amazing this opportunity has really been for me, and all of the like what we see in the future. Like I really can see that for myself, and it's just amazing. And I'm proud of all of the people who have already, that are paving the way for us now. It's just so amazing. And I am so excited for my team, and that I'm going to be able to bring them into this amazing opportunity where we are going to, like, I'm going to put on those $1 million jackets on my team. I am going to, you know, we're all going to have our Cadillacs together and doing all that. And why? Because I already have team members who are doing it. I already have people who are doing it, and they are pulling me up with them and training me with them. And like, everyone wants to see everybody succeed in this. And that's what I love about it, is like, it truly is so empowering and so amazing. And it's been life-changing for me. It's truly been life-changing for me to be a part of this, because the self-development that I've received, the confidence that I've received, it's unlike what I've had in years. And so I'm just feeling so grateful for being a part of this amazing community and company, and finding this, like, literally just kind of fell in my lap at the perfect time. But I'm just so excited. So thanks for listening to my rant on becoming a millionaire. If you have any questions about what I do, or what company I'm talking about, or, you know, what this whole thing is, you know, shoot me a DM and I'll be glad to answer whatever questions you have. You guys have a great day.
She seems like a really sweet and genuine person. And I just want to say again, I have nothing against her as an individual. I have a problem with the business model that she's involved in. And in my opinion, that video was really good evidence of the effect that these conventions can have on their distributors. The way I see it, this is kind of like a recommitment ceremony where the MLM, or the commercial cult, as they're also called, will have these conventions, invite all their distributors just as a way to keep them stuck chasing the dream and not focusing on the financial aspect of it. Also, side note, she mentioned a few times that her uplines would be bringing her up. If anyone knows what she's talking about and how that would work, please let me know in the comments below. I kept trying to think about how that possibly made sense to me, and I couldn't quite figure it out. So if you have an idea, how would that work, that your upline would be bringing you up with them? Let me know in the comments because I'm kind of curious about that. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. It has been so much fun to get to create these YouTube videos. If you've been here following some of my previous videos, you might notice that I changed up my background a little bit and I'm using a new camera. So let me know in the comments below if that has made any difference. And thank you so much. See you next time.